Near the top of this granite marker is a single name: McParland. Below is a record of the supposed birth and death dates of a man once so widely recognized that when his admirers referred to him as the great detective, others instantly knew of whom they spoke. But James McParland surely would have chuckled at the dates on his tombstone, for throughout his life, this master of evasion, obfuscation, and at times outright deceit maintained that he didn't know when he had been born. So was this the long-hidden truth finally appearing? Had his widow ordered this particular date for reasons of her own? Or was it another instance of the elusiveness and ambiguity that marked McParland's entire life? Any could be the answer, because it's impossible to be sure about McParland, who relished being a man of mystery. Confusion even surrounds his name. Originally, it was McParlin, and he only added the D midway through life, while other spellings and aliases were also used at times. Throughout his career, he delighted, even when under oath, in evading questions and offering only vague and sometimes contradictory information. According to one attorney, he was the most skillful, cunning man, the most unfair witness that I ever saw on the stand. Because of the uncertainty he engendered as a witness, aspersions cast about his behavior and morals during investigations, his creation and perpetuation of myths about himself, and that few of his reports or letters have survived, it has proven difficult through the years to make a full assessment of McParland. But what is certain is that few people have undergone such a dramatic fall from grace after death, such a change from idol to villain. There is, and long has been, little middle ground about McParland. He has been perceived as a great American hero. If there ever was a man to whom the people of this county should erect a monument, it's James McParland, said one contemporary. Others have reviled him as the worst kind of scoundrel, a perjurer who twisted testimony to send innocent men to the gallows, a man with the bearing of a brute and the visage of a vulture, his hands befouled with blood, venomous as a viper, a beastly snarl on his forbidding lips. He stalks the streets a thing unclean, hated by all. Widely varying depictions still abound in books and film even a century after his death, many making up for a lack of depth, balance, and accuracy with emotive language and unsubstantiated allegations. So who was the real man behind the contrary portraits? Courageous hero or contemptible rogue? Throughout his career, McParland was a controversial figure for the equally contentious Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. In fact, a significant part of that company's reputation, good and bad, was based on his triumphs and failures. McParland first gained fame for his undercover role in the breaking of the Molly Maguires in the Pennsylvania coal fields in the 1870s. A tale that concluded with 20 men being hanged. He returned to center stage 3 decades later for his role in the attempt to convict a trio of leaders of the Western Federation of Miners, WFM, for the assassination of former Idaho Governor Frank Steunenberg. Between those cases, he rose steadily in the Pinkertons' hierarchy, eventually managing the agency's operations west of the Mississippi River. He was a key figure in the investigation of the first known murder by mail and helped solve the theft of $280,000 of gold from a San Francisco smelting works. He oversaw the efforts of legends such as the charismatic cowboy detective Charlie Siringo, the incorruptible lawman Doc Shores, and the cold-blooded killer Tom Horn. He supervised operations to catch murderers, train robbers, and con men, including swindlers who targeted the